Hello, hello. We are back for the fourth and final episode of the theme, Surfaces. This is the last of my crafting surface for me to clean off. This desk organizing that I'm pulling out right now has been on the top of my crafting rolling cart. And I put it up there thinking it was going to help me stay organized. It really hasn't. I haven't used it. Everything that was in that rack has a place of its own that just never got put away. So going through those folders, separating them out, and putting things together that belong together. And then I've put I don't know what they're called, a little cardboard like magazine organizer, file folder organizer, something, whatever, I don't know what they're called, but I put 3 of those up on the shelf where that organizer slot rack was, and that's currently holding my glue pages and my 2 journals that are currently works in progress. So getting over into that corner over there is still a challenge. I do have the floor clean up a little bit over there, but it still leaves a lot to be desired. And when I need to get to the shelving that's over there, yeah, sometimes it can be a balancing act. So I'm putting stuff back into that folder that does require organization into the shelving that's behind me, like digital prints and stuff that have designated spots in the cubbies, but I can't currently get to the cubbies because my floor is, it just is. Cardstock, more digital prints. Alright, move that folder. And decorated computer paper, cardstock, all of that going behind me so it can go into the cubbies when I can get to them. Coffee dye paper has a designated spot. But again, like I said, I had those folders sitting up on the very top shelf for I don't know how long, and I never got back into them. So they weren't really serving a good purpose. They weren't serving me for sure. So that blue tote was what I was using when I was doing Marguerite Miller in 2024. I kind of puttered out on like week 31 or so. I do still have the cards obviously for 2024. Eventually I'll go back and I'll finish that journal. Also in that little blue tote were my prompts from Carrie Griffith's 100 Days of Prompts. Perpetual prompts, I think is what he called it. 100 perpetual prompts. Stuck those up on that same shelf with his book that I made. And then that box, I'm like, I have the lid somewhere. Where did I see that lid? So now I have an empty box. Who'd have thought? In fact, as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm looking around going, what can I fill that blue box with? What can I put in there? Oh, my lovely stack of dyed doilies. I've been dyeing paper for several weeks. What I was doing was taking those doilies and I would put them on the top of each set of paper so that it would soak up whatever dye was on the surface. And so they're very organically dyed doilies. Unfortunately, a lot of them are pink based. For some reason, a lot of my papers kept coming out pink. I was using food coloring, and my purple came out pink. My red came out pink. And oddly enough, my brown came out pink. So I have a lot of pink paper that I hadn't really accounted for. So this stack of papers that I'm going through now were on top of my printer, just above my head. You'll see my coffee cup there on the left, and then up from there, the blue light is my computer, and to the left of that blue light is my printer. Well, this stack of papers was up on top of that printer, and every time I needed to use my printer, well, not every time I had to use it, whenever I needed to try to get to the scanning bed, I would have to move this entire stack out of the way. Or like the other day, my printer would not connect. It just sat here and blinked. And I tried powering it off. I powered it off and then it wouldn't turn back on. So I had to like pull it out from the wall so I can get to the back and actually pull the power plug and reset it that way. Now it works again. But I had to take all that paper off and put it out of the way in order to get to the back. Sorting through these stack of papers, what I can throw away, what I'm okay coffee dyeing and using. A big part of which, I think there was like 15, maybe 20 pages of the scan codes that I created for my Etsy shop. I created the barcodes with the anticipation of being able to use them in conjunction with an inventory app so that I can keep track of my inventory. But I would create the scan code and then I would go to use it, and even the scan creating program would tell me that it couldn't read it. And I'm like, but you created it. How can you not read it? I'm confused. And I kept having issues with it, so I actually just deleted both of those apps off my phone. But I have a bunch of those already printed out. That was a book that I've pulled images from and book pages. Again, that goes in the cubby behind me that I can't get to just yet. Putting the stencils away. That's in a tote underneath my desk. Not a tote, I think they're called project boxes. It's funny watching my videos back and seeing how much I spin and how quickly I spin in my chair. Makes me realize how and why I knock stuff off my table as often as I do. In case you need to take a little more precautions when I'm spinning in my chair. Wiping down. What was really weird is for some reason that silicone mat got stuck to my desk. I don't know if it was from when, I don't know. So I figured while I was wiping I would go ahead and unstick it. So this is the grief journal that I'm currently working on. So I'm just kind of putting all the supplies together that I need for finishing it up. And it's now in its own little spot on my project shelf to my left. Ta-da! All done! Thank you for watching. Bye!